So I'm so tired and exhausted and don't know what to do right now. Like I have to get ready. I have more appointments to go to and I have to clean and it's just like I've been staying up watching the Mobile Legends Bang Bang tournaments and like where I live they start like at 11:30 and end at like 6 a.m. So like if I want to watch the whole thing, I'm basically having to switch my sleep schedule. But since it's the weekend, it's okay. But I'm just like, I don't know. And there's just like a whole bunch of other stuff that I wrote in my blog that's been going on. That's been just like draining my energy. So I'm trying to. Ooh, oh, I have like a cramp right now. Okay, but yeah. And then Tuesday I go back to school, so it's like, it's a lot. Um, I haven't really asked about my grandma. Apparently she needs an oxygen tank now, so I can't I really cannot process anything going on in my family right now. I can't. Like there's no room in my body, in my mind, in my heart, anything right now that can like if I absorb that, I will not be able to do anything. So, and for people who don't know, my grandma's in the hospital right now. She's like in her 90s, so this might be her last year living. I don't know. But yeah, it's just really sad and I'm just trying to figure out what my steps going forward. I know that sounds so selfish. But you have to understand. Back when I was in school before, like when I was in my 20s, I went to school and I started encountering a lot of problems. Okay, so there's this thing in the US called the IEP, which is an individual education plan. It's for people with, disabilities, like you could be blind and all that kind of stuff, but also like, you know, mental health sort of problems too. And so they allow, like, IEP allows for certain accommodations um, in the school to allow people with those things to, properly acclimate to school life. And there was one term where all the teacher, or well, I had a psychology teacher who absolutely refused to like accommodate me in any way. He was very strict. He said we had to write everything by paper and he wasn't going to give me any time. And I was like, okay, well, can I at least bring. Okay, so this was like 10 years ago, right? I wanted to bring my laptop to school because I said I am faster at typing. Um, if you don't want to give me extra time, can you at least just allow me to utilize the computer? Because then I won't need the extra time. And he would not budge. He did not care. He was very adamant that in college you write with a pencil and paper and that's that. Fast forward to today, everyone's using a fucking tablet, a computer, a phone, everyone's doing their so it's just like really ridiculous. But anyway, during that time, I was having some pushback from my teachers. And then 3 of my family members went into the hospital. My grandma, she like at that point, she just like fell down in the garage. And then my aunt, who is diabetic, had some major health issues. And then my grandpa also had issues. And then we later figured out he had Alzheimer's. So then I had to quit school in order to take care of my grandpa and kind of just be his caretaker for because there was no one else. Like everyone was taking care of like my aunt. Like we had to, because my aunt was having her issues and she was in another state. And like because because like there was something wrong with her eye, so she couldn't take a plane over, so somebody had to go all the way over. I think she was in Nevada, so they had to go all the way to Nevada and bring her back to Oregon in a car because she couldn't fly. And then like, and so like it was just, just so much, like I could go on and on and on about like all the crap that has happened to me in the past, but like, yeah, and there was times when I would really harp on it and like relive it or whatever, but like, I'm 35 years old. I'm over that, like it's gone now, so like, but it does, like, I mean, if you're wondering why I'm 35 back in school and whatnot, it's like, well, shit happened, and it sucks, but I'm trying to do the best I can to remedy that, but yeah, it's been a really hard and long uphill battle for most of the part, and you know I'm doing the best I can. And like I said, I found a method to keep me motivated. So, well, like in my other videos, I explain like I I'm very methodical with what I do, but oh, and so I'm just hoping everything works out. If I put all my faith into that, God will provide or something. I don't know. But anyway, take care. Be good. Bye bye.